It's here! It's here at last, the final season of Attack on Titan. After so many years of waiting, we have finally reached the end, and I don't know about you guys, but I thought that was a wonderful way to kick off the final season. Before I get too into it, I just want to say that I'm still planning on uploading my chapter 135 analysis video sometime later this week, but I just had to talk about this episode first. I'm so excited about it! Also, fair warning to any of my lovely anime onlys who may have happened to stumble upon this video. There will be manga spoilers in this and basically all of my Attack on Titan videos, so proceed with caution. Alright, so let's get started. I am in love with this episode. I'm so excited to talk about it. So I was really happy to see that it looks basically exactly like the manga. I think that Mappa really captured the manga style even better than Wit did. Mappa's character designs were spot on, particularly Gabby. The only differences that I noticed in the episode were very minor, like Magath coming out of a little bunker to talk to Colt instead of already being outside in the trenches, and also there was a little scene added to show the 800 Eldian soldiers being sent on a suicide mission, and they had the bombs wrapped around them. There also might have been a little bit of censoring, which surprised me because Mappa has done Dororo and Banana Fish, which are both pretty gritty stories. The biggest addition, I think, were the little tiny bit of Jean crumbs at the very end, and I gotta say, I did tear up seeing his little chumpy face. Oh my gosh, I miss him. I was not expecting to see anyone from the 104th for a while, other than Eren, who we should be seeing in the next episode, but I'll talk about that more later. Moving on, I want to talk about the opening. I was a bit nervous going into it because I heard that it wasn't going to be by Linked Horizon, but honestly, I absolutely loved it. My favorite two openings are Red Swan and Juno Tsubasa, and I would definitely put this one right up there with it. The first thing that stuck out to me was how there were no characters from the show other than the Attack Titan at the very end. This is pretty unusual for an anime opening, which usually just hypes up the show and the characters. It's eerie and it shows symbols of war. This really shows that the anime is moving towards something much bigger than the characters. Everyone looks like statues to me, the faceless men marching, the birds falling, the titans shattering on the ground. It's really honestly just creepy. Everything was in grayscale except for the explosions, the gunfire, smoke, the things that caused the destruction itself. Attack on Titan is no longer about titans or walls, it's about real war. So the show, of course, opens up with Falco laying on the ground in the middle of a battle himself. I really can't get over how close to the manga their designs look. Colt looks perfect, Sophia and Udo look amazing as well. I love their voices too, especially Udo. I think it sounds really nice and soft and I think it suits him really well. It's cute. Mappa did a really nice job showing each of their personalities within literally the first few minutes of the episode. They really captured Commander Magath's initial meanness, Colt's care for others, Falco's kindness, Udo's anxiety. I mean, Gabby literally bonks Udo on the head with a grenade because he was strangling Falco's injured skull. Seeing Gabby cheer and run away after exploding the armored train is such an animated and lively thing to do when you're being shot at in the middle of a battlefield, but this is just who she is, and they've captured that really well. Sophia and Udo definitely remind me of Annie and Bertold. They really work well as their parallels. I'm just excited to get to know them better in the anime. I already feel closer to all these characters than before, if that even makes any sense. It was also really cool to finally see Porco's Jaw Titan in action. It really looks good on the screen. I'd love to be able to see him swing on trees and bounce around like Ymir did when she had the Jaw Titan, but actually I thought all the Titan shifters looked really cool. From what I could tell, they did use a bit of CGI on the Titans, but the Armored Titan was the only one that I actually noticed it. So that's a pretty good thing. It wasn't too obvious, at least to me. I was a bit nervous about the animation because I really love Wit's style of animating. Everything they do flows really well in a way that I've only ever seen in Attack on Titan. I'm not saying Mappa's animation was bad, but it just didn't really stick out to me like Wit's did. I'm gonna wait to fully judge it though because we haven't seen the ODM gear yet, and that's really what Wit had the most fun with. However, I do really like the art style that they used, and I think it fits the tone of Attack on Titan very well. Moving on, we get to see big boy Zeke and Reiner on the airship. Honestly, bless Mappa for giving Reiner some bone structure because he looks so much better in their style. Zeke looks pretty good too, but he's Levi's nemesis, so I can't praise him too highly, you know what I mean? As brutal as it is for Zeke to transform all those people into titans, his little ahem right before he screams was just so silly and extra to me. It made me chuckle a little bit. This whole scene definitely reminded me about the first season of Attack on Titan, when Titans were the biggest threat. For a brief moment, we really see how scary and destructive Titans are again, but here they have equipment that can take them down easily. To be honest, there was something about the pure Titans here that wasn't as viscerally scary as Wit's Titans. I really can't quite put my finger on it. It might be the way they're colored or something, but yeah, I'm not sure. Though, one of my favorite scenes was Reiner's transformation. I always loved Wit Studio transformations, so I'm happy to see that they carried the hype over to Mappa as well. And of course, it's another wall that he has to break through. Mappa also used the same sound of him running from the very first episode of the show, and I really liked that because it made it feel like it was the same show despite being a different style and studio. So I do hope that they use other songs and sounds from the previous seasons. The one thing I noticed though is that they made the Armored Titan quite agile and quick as opposed to just this massive strength like he was before. This scene also reminded me of Game of Thrones when Daenerys is flying on Drogon and just burning all of the ballistas on the wall. Then we got to see Porco, who came out of nowhere and saved him with the trailer OST in the background. Their eye contact, man, I could feel the tension in the air. Then, of course, Zeke drops down and does what he does best, honestly making me wonder if Zeke can do anything else other than throw things. Wow, I sound really salty at Zeke for some reason. I'm not trying to. Sorry to all you Zeke stands out there. The entire war scene looked really cool and very accurate to the manga. This episode really emphasizes the all-around hate for Eldians, whether it's coming from Marley or other countries or even Eldians themselves. They're devils, yet here Marley is using them to fight and win their wars just like the first Eldian king did. So this guy reminds the kids that Eldians once used the Titan powers against Marley, but now they're placing the same suffering onto everyone else. So I thought this was a really cool action-packed episode, and the next one will definitely be more dialogue heavy. Next week we should see the warriors return from Liberio and see their families along with the war council meeting with Zeke and Magath. We'll see Peak and Porca animated along with Drunk Cult. Really, the next episode is going to be mostly about getting to know the warriors and what's really been happening on the other side of the ocean. We'll be getting a few glimpses of Hobo Eren and maybe even some cool flashbacks of Levi and Mikasa if they put that in there. This episode adapted 2 chapters, 91 and 92, so if they keep going at 2 chapters per an episode, we probably won't be seeing the rest of the gang until episode 6. Although, we did hear Armin's voice as the narrator, and we did see Jean at the very end. I'm really looking forward to seeing the anime-only's reactions to everyone's time skip reveal. Mappa has totally been keeping Hobo Eren a secret this entire time, so hopefully people will be surprised. I've already seen a few anime-onlys who are really confused about who these new people are, and even some people comparing Gabby and Sasha, and I'm just like, yikes. Anyways, that has been my review of Attack on Titan Season 4, Episode 1. I hope you guys liked it as much as I did, and I'd love to hear what you thought about it. If you made it this far, comment the clover emoji, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!